to introduce Devorah. Well, then, good morning and good afternoon, all the ladies of the Nishmat group. Today, it's my privilege to introduce Devorah Sisso, who's an internationally acclaimed Torah educator, motivational speaker, and a life coach. As Naomi said on our group, Devorah is a wonderful speaker and we are very lucky to have her. Devorah lives in Yerushalayim. Born in Israel, she was raised in the United States. She has a gift for connecting with Jews from all walks of life. Her energetic and soulful presentations have inspired literally thousands of people from across the Jewish spectrum, ranging from college students and birthright participants to seminary students and young professionals. Devorah is especially known for her incredible life story and her well-known Breakthrough series, a 6-part training course on the power of the mind and the law of attraction based strictly on Judaic sources. Devorah has since developed Breakthrough 2, a deeper look into the inner workings of the nefesh and how to heal it through a kabalistic technique called Ein Habdolach. Stay tuned for her Tomer Devorah course and more. You can follow her on all social media platforms, join her WhatsApp groups for Parshas of Shavua, Shmir Saloshem, and subscribe to her newsletter and more. Naomi, as always, will be posting her information afterwards. So with that, Devorah, it's our honor to introduce you, and we very much look forward to hearing you.
Thank you so much, Rebbetzin. Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. My name is Devorah Sisso, and I am very excited to speak here. And the topic for today is the power of Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat, as we know, is upon us tonight and tomorrow. And growing up, even though I went to Beis Yaakov and I went to camp, and I've lived through many Tu B'Shvats, Baruch Hashem, there wasn't so much. I didn't hear so much information about Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat was the day that you ate dried fruits, and it wasn't really considered a yantif. It wasn't really something that we learned about. But as we get closer to Yemos Mashiach, as we get closer to the beginning of a new day, the beginning of a new era, more and more and more Torah is being revealed to the world. More light is being shed on different aspects of Torah. And I feel like today, the Tu B'Shvat that we're about to learn about today, and the Tu B'Shvat that I've been learning about for the past few years, is really very telling of the time that we're in. Now, there's deep concepts behind this day, deep concepts, kabalistic concepts behind this day that if we do them, and if we're just aware of them, we learn about them like we're doing right now, just learn about them, what the Arizal brings down, what the Chasam Sofer brings down, what so many sources, kabalistic sources bring down about this day. It's a day that if it's missed, it's a real big shame, because spiritually, the day is jam-packed with energies, powerful kochos, spiritual kochos, that if one is aware of them and knows what to do, he can really, really get a tremendous amount of power and strength, spiritual power, spiritual strength, which in essence is everything that we're about. One day we feel on top of the world, and the next day we feel like we can't get out of bed, right? Human beings fast a day and they're already, they have no energy and they're half broken and they can't move, right? A day or 2 days, let's say, right? We're pretty fragile beings. And so therefore, really, we can use all the help we can get, especially in the realm of emotional, mental, spiritual. In that realm, we can use all the help we can get, because we are living through times that are not simple times. So many people all around me, anyway, are sick, physically ill, emotionally broken. And I just see it wherever I go, and I speak to so many people, and people are really lonely and hard times for so many of us. So hard. So if there's a day that comes and offers us something so powerful that we can just take for ourselves, and then this day, the energies of this day, the koach of this day can give us so much, meaning jumpstart and a boost and an energy and strength and happiness, can fill up our engine and really give us more strength to move forward and to even give out of our light and to spread our light, to spread goodness and to help people and to light up people's lives. If we're able to fill up ourselves in that way and spread that, I think that is a very big gift that we're given on this day of Tu B'Shvat. So let's get into it. What is this day of Tu B'Shvat? What are the energies of this day of Tu B'Shvat? How do I tap into them? What do I do? What do I say? What do I eat? What do I learn? And how does it work? Okay, so let's dive right in. So in the Makoros, in the sources, it says that this is the day that it is the Rosh Hashanah for the trees. Okay, it's the Rosh Hashanah La'ilan. It's the Rosh Hashanah. It's the day of judgment for the trees. Now, what that really means is that on this day, all the trees of the world, all the fruit trees of the world, are decided for them how many fruits, how the quality of the fruits, how many people are going to eat from those fruits. Meaning, it very much has to do with our food. Okay, this day has very much to do with our food, the food, and the tikkun achila, and we can fix our issues with food and with eating on this day. Meaning, and we know that a lot of us have issues with dieting and eating and too much or too little or not the right ones or empty foods that have no nutrients or whatever it is. So this is a day that is mitaken tikkun ha'achila. Okay, according to the Zohar. According to the Zohar, it's tikkun ha'achila. So what that means, we're going to put that aside. We're going to get back to it a little bit later. But the day itself is the day that is the judgment day for all the fruits of the world. Now, it says, Ki Adam etz hasadeh. Right? It says this in Devarim, Ki Adam etz hasadeh. A man is very much likened in his spiritual makeup to a fruit tree. A man's spiritual makeup, build up, the way we're wired, is very similar to that of a fruit tree. And that has very, very much to do with, when I say spiritual, I don't just mean spiritual and lighting candles and keeping Shabbos. That's not what I mean when I say spiritual. We are, in essence, souls that have bodies, right? We're walking souls on this, and we have these physical bodies to help us live in a physical world, right? But in essence, we are our souls. My personality, my character, my dreams, my hopes, my wants, my desires, the things that make me me, the things that characterize me as me, that separate me from the next person over. My favorite flower, my favorite color, my memories, all of the things that make me me, my personality, my character, my dreams, my hopes, right? My past, my future, all of these things that categorize me as me. This is my nefesh. It's my neshama. It's the part of me that you can't touch. When I say I love you, you can't go into my body and find the area where there's love, right? It's not a physical thing, right? The parts of me that make me cry from happiness, from inspiration, from sadness, all of the deep parts of me that make me who I am are things that you can't measure, you can't weigh, you can't outline. It's all in the realm of the spiritual. It's all in the neshama. That's where you are. That's who you are. That's what you are. The body is just a physical expression of the soul in this world in order to be able to facilitate everything that we need to do in this world. So this learning, what we're doing right now, is we're understanding that the spiritual aspect of a human being is likened to that of a tree, according to the Torah. And that means the way we grasp ourselves and then teach ourselves how to grow, how to live, how to act, how to be in this world, the more I'm able to invest in myself and teach myself, the more fruit I'm going to get from myself, the more I'm going to be able to reap my own fruit, the more I'm able to benefit from all the labor and then have the fruits of my labor. And I'm able to, that's going to give me my joy. That's going to give me my happiness. That's going to give me my well-being, my contentness that I'm looking for so much in my life. That's what it is. So the Torah is telling us like this. It's telling us you want to know how to be as a soul living in a body, how to get through this world. You want to know how to do that? It's very similar to that of a tree. And that's what we're going to learn right now. The Arizal brings down like this. He says that there's a Seder Tu B'Shvat, that if we are able to tonight, tomorrow, at some point on Tu B'Shvat, sit down and come out with fruit, because it's all symbolism, okay? It's all symbolism. Things are symbolizing other things, and they also activate. When we do things in this world, it's known that in this world of Asiya, this is the world of actions, right? In this world of Asiya, when I do things down here, I then affect change in the olamos above me. Okay, I affect change, and what happens? What's the big deal that I affect change in the world above me? For example, you take out 10 shekel from your pocket, dollar bill from your pocket and then you extend and now you give it to another person. What you did in that moment is also you took money and gave it to somebody. But by the fact that you did that, now you created energetically, you created a force in the world. It's called giving. That energy that you created, you just added that to the communal energy pot. You added that to the world. When we say, I want to change the world, when I say I want to make a dent on this world, when I say I came into this world for 70, 80, 90 years to make a change in this world, to affect as much change as possible, how do I actually do that? By building huge companies, by traveling to Africa and saving how do I actually actively do that? So Kabbalah teaches us very simply, every action that you take in the world of action creates a likened action in the world of the spirit. Now, what does the world of the spirit have to do with me? Everything. It's a boomerang reaction. I moved into when I extend my hand and I give money, I give someone food, I give someone a smile. When I extend of myself, what I created is a new creation, a new bria, a bria chadasha. And what that is I created an energy in the world. That's why it says when a person makes a bracha or says an amen or someone does a mitzvah, what happens? They create an energetic being. We call it a malach, but it's an energetic being. It's a being that now is going to tilt the world towards giving, towards kindness, towards love. It's going to tilt the world. It's going to give it more energy in that direction, more push, more umph in that direction. And that's how we change the world. By the things that we do, the smile that we give our neighbor. Because I'll say, when you show your teeth to somebody, you get a mitzvah for that. Meaning you can smile at them and then you can smile at them. Hi, good morning. How are you? Right? Showing someone your teeth, it's a mitzvah. Now, what is a mitzvah? What in essence it is, it's all energy. It's all energy. It's positive energies, negative energies, energies of kindness, energies of giving, energies of welcoming, energies of humility, all energies that we're creating constantly. So what we're doing on this night of Tu B'Shvat is that we're understanding three main things. Number one, the Arizal explains, take 30 types of fruits and nuts, and I'll get to all the details at the end of this. Okay, just follow the train of thought. Just get the spiritual concepts behind what we're actually doing. Because sometimes we do them physically and we don't even know what we're doing so much. The idea is to really know what you're doing and then you connect to it much more and you get a lot more out of it. Because we know that what you put intention in, the more you put intention into something, kavana, the more intention you put into something, the wholer it is on a spiritual scale. Meaning the more whole it is, right? When you tefillah, bli kavana, kiguf, bli neshama, right? It says that a person's prayer, you can pray and then you can pray. You can pray and really be in intention. Your intention is there. You're there. You're in the meeting. You're there. You put your phone away. You're focused on what you're doing. When the more focused you are on what you're doing, the more spiritual, mental energy you're feeding the thing that you're creating, and therefore the fruit that's born, the baby that's born, the creation that's born is so much more wholesome and real and connected. And that's what we're trying to do. So he says like this, Arizal brings down, he says to take 30 types of fruits, split them into three categories. The first category is keneged. It is in terms of similarity, it's most similar to the world of Bria, the world of creation. Now, what's the world of creation? There are 5 olamos. We're going to talk about 3 today that the Arizal brings down. There are 5 olamos. We are the lowest world, the world of action, like I said before. Above us is another world, above us is another world, and 4 worlds on top of us. The world of Bria is the 3rd world. The world of Bria is the world where it's all good. It's good. There's no bad. There's no bad. It's all good. Can you imagine living in a world that's all good? So that's the world of Bria, all good. Okay? There's no negative anything. There's no bad, evil people. There's none of that. It's all good. Okay? And that when we eat from those fruits, what are those fruits? Fruits that don't have a peel and that don't have a pit in the middle. That you could eat the whole thing. You could pop the whole thing into your mouth. For example, like a grape, right? Or like a fig, where there's no peel, you pop the whole thing into your mouth and you enjoy the whole thing. There's no ra, all tov, right? And that's also in terms of understanding the concepts behind what Arizal is bringing down, why we should eat things this way and why it should be this way. He says that really, in essence, the point of everything that we're doing right now, the point of all of these fruits and all of the Seder Tikkun Shiva Tu B'Shvat, sitting around, having all these fruits and having the kavana and learning the Torah and even singing some songs. Doing the reason for this whole, almost like Lela Seder, almost like Seder night, the reason for this is that we're creating energies that are going to give us a tremendous, tremendous boost emotionally, mentally, and spiritually if we're able to use this day right. So he says that when the first category of fruits that are all good, no bad, no pits, no peels, nothing good, it's all symbolizing the things in your life that are easy, simple, good. You don't have to work so hard at them. You don't have to try so hard to make it work. It just works. It's easy. It's good. You benefit from it. The benefits are clear. The good parts of it is clear. You know what you're gaining from it. You know what you're giving to it. Simple, good, like a good friend that's like a glove. No fights, no hardness. Everyone's there for each other. You love each other. Simple. That is connected. The first one is connected to Olam Abriya, which is connected to the fruit without the pit and without the peel. And it's connected to experiences in your life, the relationships in your life, the journeys in your life that were simple, that were easy, that you went in and it came out. It was all smooth and sailing. The second category of fruits are the fruits connected Olam HaYetzira. Olam HaYetzira is the world of creation. In that world, there's good and then there's bad. There's 50-50 good, 50-50 bad. Okay, so it's 50-50. And the fruits that are connected, that are fruits that have a pit, okay, so you have to throw away the pit and you can eat the whole exterior. Okay, there's no peel. For example, an olive, right, or a date. Those are fruits that have the pit in the middle. You throw out the pit and you eat the outside, which symbolizes the 50-50ness of it, the 50-50ness of it. And the third one, again, I'm going to get to the message behind these two olamos. The third one is Olam Asiyah, the world that we're in, the world of action. Olam Asiyah is brought down in the Kabbalah that it's mostly bad. This world is mostly hard, dark, difficult, Yisurim, Nisyonos. We're here to do something very specific. Every single one of us has a mission. Every single one of us has a tikkun. Every single one of us has something to do in this world. We're sent on this mission for a number of years, souls and bodies to come here. But there's a lot of bilbo. There's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of what's right, what's wrong. It's not clear between right and wrong. It's not. It's not that, it's like the Etz Sadeh Tovera, right? The tree in the Garden of Eden, the tree of good and bad. Right? There was a tree where it was, once you ate from it, God forbid, which they weren't supposed to eat from it, before they ate from it, good was clear, bad was clear. It wasn't mixed, it wasn't a mishkabalo. It wasn't like, what, I trusted this person my whole life and turns out that he was a Russia? It wasn't this mind, like, how could it be? I trusted this, I trusted that. How could it be? That's Eitz Das Tovara after the sin. After the sin, it wasn't black and white anymore. After the sin, it became gray. Good wasn't so clear. Bad wasn't so clear. And so therefore, the third category is of the Olam Hasiyah, which is the world that's mostly dark. So it's the world where the fruit, the good, the benefit, it's hard to come by. It's hard to feel. It's hard to see. That's going to be the one with the hard peel on the outside and the fruit on the inside, where you have to, in essence, peel away the peel in order to get to see what's good here. And the peel stands for also, here it says here that the peel is a klipa hamachitza shamigina alav mipnei hatum'ah. The peel energetically and spiritually is this concept that symbolizes the thing that protects us energetically, the thing that protects us from the dark elements, from the dark powers in this world, the thing that protects us, that's the peel. And in this world, in Olam Asiyah, we don't have the peel. We have to remove the peel's removed from us. We're pretty vulnerable. We're pretty vulnerable to the world that we're living in, the dark, hard realities of the world that we're living in, the homes that are, that are hit with hard things, whether it's illness, whether it's parnasa problems, whether it's problems with children, whether it's sickness, whether it's so much, everyone's dealing with so much, right? And that's the peel that's not protecting of us. So what's that fruit? The fruit's going to be a fruit that we have to peel in order to be able to get to the fruit. So that's going to be pomegranates, almonds, nuts, right? Those things that have a hard peel, we have to peel them away in order to get to the fruit. And in these last two categories, the message behind these two concepts are sometimes the things in our life that are not simple, really, really hard, difficult, the relationships, the people, the things that are coming so hard to us, like raising our children to have them be happy and healthy, or making a good parnasa, or getting married, or being well, or certain being married, staying married, happily married, right? All of these things in our life where sometimes we have to really look in order to find the benefit, in order to find, sometimes we have to really, really search, where it's not simple, it's not easy, it doesn't fit like a glove, where it comes really, really hard and really, really difficult to actually find the light at the end of this tunnel, to actually find the benefit, the goodness to this relationship, to this reality, to this illness, to this thing that God has landed on us, right? It's really, really hard. And that's the second two categories of things that we kind of have to either peel away the top layer, the superficialness, maybe the top layer of what we see, what meets the eye, and go deeper into really what's inside of that person, into really who they are and what they are. Maybe it's the fears, maybe it's the pain, maybe it's all the things that's creating a really tough exterior, but really inside they're soft and they need love, and they know how to love, but they're just too afraid. And sometimes we have to not get confused by the exterior of things, but look deeper and go deeper and peel away. And sometimes we have to stop thinking that there's something at the heart of the matter here. Stop thinking that maybe we need to get deeper and understand more about the pit, about the heart of the matter. Sometimes we have to remove the pit. Sometimes we have to understand that the benefit that we're going to gain from this relationship, from this experience, from this part of our lives is dafka from the superficialness of it, from the outside-ofness. Maybe we don't have to think so hard about this. You don't have to understand this so much. Maybe it's just kind of what you see is what you get. And that's where the benefit lies for you. So the Arizal explains that the goal of this Seder, of this splitting up the fruits into three categories, and to having three types of fruits, is in order to understand how to live with all of these concepts together in our life. And if we're able to bring it all together, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we're able to bring it all together and say, I'm going to find the good in all of these three things. What do I mean by when I say the good? What do I mean, find the good in all these three things? Life is hard. Life is not simple for all of us, for a lot of us, for many of us. Life is hard. And for most of us, we're pushing hard. We come to these groups. We learn. We daven. We try. We're givers. We do chesed. We push ourselves spiritually, emotionally, energetically, but we're human beings. And we have days that are just larger, too big for us, too hard for us. We hear about this one story and that one story, and then what this one's going through and what that one's going through. And it gets, it's hard. In Israel here, 80% of the country is in bed at this moment. People are sick left and right. Everything is falling apart. The school system, the banks, there's no one around. I went to the gym the other day. There are no gym teachers. They're all sick, right? Everyone's really, really feeling it here. And the idea is the Seder Tu B'Shvat is going to, if we have the right kavanah here, it's Hashem. I am here present doing the Seder Tu B'Shvat based on the Arizal, based on Kabbalah, because I understand that the nitzotos that I'm lifting up from these fruits, it's not the fruit that I'm after, it's the nitzotos that I'm after. The nitzotos that I'm lifting up from the fruit is the things that are good and simple in my life, the things that are complicated and that I have to search deeper and I have to peel away the peel, and I can't get caught up in what I see, but there's so much underneath the surface, and the things that are just really, really difficult at the heart of the matter, I just don't understand them. I don't get it, I don't understand, but sometimes I have to let go. And sometimes I have to just give up a little bit, and give up in a good way, just to let go and allow all of the circumstances of my life basically fall under these three categories. So God, basically what we're saying here is, Hashem, I'm here putting all of these three things together, combining all of these concepts in my life, all the things, the question marks, the fear, the pain, the trauma, the good things, the easy things, the simple things, the wonderful things, the blessings, the chesed. I'm taking all of it, and what I'm understanding from it is that I am the fruit, I am the tree, and the fruit that I bring into the world, my actions, the things that I say, the things that I don't say, the things that I do, the things that I don't do, all of my actions are tied up into how good my fruit will be, into how good my fruit, when we say fruit, it's the fruit of our labor. The fruit of a man in this world is what he does. It's what he does or doesn't do. That's the fruit of our labor. How much we give ourselves, to know how much to give, to know where to give, to know how much to do, to pray, to act, to smile even when it's hard, to know when to love myself, to know when to focus on other people. All of the actions that I do in this world, from lighting candles to serving a meal, to saying Asher Yatzar, to raising my family, to taking a stroll in the park, all of the actions, to eating, every single thing that I do in this world are the fruits of my labor, are the fruits of my actions. The fruits of your actions, the fruits of your labor are only going to be as good, okay, as wholesome, as long lasting as what? As your intention, as your presence, as your being there in the act of it. You're raising your children, the fact that you're giving them and you're doing for them and you're feeding them and day in and day out and day in, that the actions that you're doing are building worlds, They are the fruits of your labor. That is what you are going to reap in the next world. And that's what you're going to also reap in this world. Those are the fruits of man's labor, with the actions that he does, him being mashpia in this world, of having effects on other people and caring about other people and doing for other people and lighting other people's lives up, lighting them up in whatever small way I can. Those are the fruits of our labor, of our lives. Those are what we're going to be eating and reaping in the next world, and our children in this world. It says that a person's children are their feet in this world. It's their feet in this world. They're going to do the actions for them in this world when the person is in the next world. These are all of our labor. This is all of our fruits. So when we sit and do this Seder Tu B'Shvat, also it's good to have a bottle of white wine and a bottle of red wine. Okay, a bottle of white wine symbolizes I'm just gonna take you through all of it in a minute, but we'll get to it in the end. When we sit down and do the Seder Tu B'Shvat, what we're doing is combining every element of our life and saying, God, these are the fruits of our labor. And I'm taking from sitting here and making the brachos, I'm taking from sitting here and learning the Torah. If you learn the Torah about fruits, and there are different links online, you go online. I have one, but it's in Hebrew, of all the different psukim that you can say under every single category of Mizonos, Hadama, Ha'et, Shahakol, Hagafen, all of the different psukim that have to do with each one of those categories. It's good to learn that Torah. Learning that Torah could just mean to say the psukim, to sing songs that have to do with trees, Yilan, people, fruits, children, all of those zivugim, okay, all of those things. By doing the actions of Seder Tu B'Shvat, by doing the actions of saying the brachos and being here and doing what our Arizal tells us, according to the order that he puts it in, that in and of itself gives your actions, give your fruits that extra added taste, that extra that extra passion, that extra benefit, that extra siyat dishmaya, the extra push in the right direction. You're giving yourself oomph in this avoda called life. And that's what we're doing during this time of Seder Tu B'Shvat. So what we're going to do is basically, you're going to have a Seder, you're going to put out the fruits, the nuts, okay? You're going to try to have as many different kinds as you can. If you can't have 30 different kinds because it's too hard to find, what you should do is at least have the 7 fruits of Eretz Yisrael, okay? Sheva Saminim. So that is Chita, Seora, Gefen, Te'ina, Rimon, Dvash Tmarim, which means it's wheat. So anything that's mizonos, you should have on your table. That's Borei Yemine Mizonos, is the bracha of mizonos. That's anything that's made out of wheat. Chita Seora, not bread though, okay? Chita Seora is barley, okay? Should have some kind of a barley something, okay? It would be ideal. Gefen is the wine. Te'ina is the fig, you should have figs. Rimon is pomegranates, olives, and then we have dates. Okay, Dvash Tmarim is dates. So if you have these 7 fruits, what you do with these 7 fruits is that you sit down and you make the brachos on them. Now, what I did is that I sent you the Seder of the brachos. So you say the bracha, let's say for example, Borei Minei Mizonos. Borei Minei Mizonos, be mechaven, when you say the bracha, have in mind that you're doing it as a segula for parnasa. It's for parnasa. It's for anyone that you know that needs money, that needs a job, that needs help financially, for yourself, for other people. That's what you're going to do at the Seder Tu B'Shvat. You're going to raise these nitzazos for parnasa, for children, right? Gefen is for zivugim. Zivugim, when you're going to drink it, it's for people that want to get married. Shidduchim. Hey, I'm going to send all of this to you. If you want to download it. It's going to be sent to, I guess, your WhatsApp. Naomi's going to send it out. Okay, the Seder of it, it's what the bracha is, and then what each one has in mind, what you have to. to have in mind by each one. So it's Mazonos Parnasa, then you're going to have a Shalema, you're going to have a getting married, Shidduchim for people that that want to get married, that are single for a long time, that are divorced, that want to get married for them. And then you're going to have Shahakol, which is for miscellaneous, anyone's needs that needs anything, you done for them to get through school, to be matzliach in this thing, and to whatever it is, you have them in mind, you have yourself in mind for that bracha. And you learn psukim, and the wine symbolizes, the white wine symbolizes the olam of Bria and Yetzira, which is the world of, no, I'm sorry, that's the red wine. The white wine is the wine that symbolizes this world of darkness, of hardships, of making it sweeter, and the red wine is when it actually blossoms into the bracha, that it's the abundance. All of these things, all the symbolism, all the fruits, and all the things that we're doing, that we're eating, that we're having in mind, all of these things energetically, spiritually lift us up, and they create a tremendous amount of spiritual movement in the world above us. They create movement, they create malachim, they create energies, and these energies give us a push in the direction that we need, that we all need, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, physically. We need this. And this is a time that I think that is, and not just, I don't think anything, it's according to the sources, it's misugal for a tremendous amount of Yeshua, blessings, salvations, and it's a big time for zivugim, any kind of zivugim. You're looking for an apartment, you're looking for a spouse, you're looking for a job, any kind of zivugim. It's a big time to bshvat as well, a very big time to focus on that and daven for that. And remember, the focus behind everything is God. Make my fruits good. Make my fruits quality fruits. Make my fruits delicious. Make my fruits long lasting. Make my fruits that make an impact on this world, that will satiate many people that come after me. My fruits should be real fruits. I shouldn't just be, someone that, God forbid, was born, lived, and died, and kind of didn't really make any kind of impact on the world. How my actions in this world be in alignment with what you want. How my actions in this world create fruit, create a reality, give birth to new amazing things in this world that will bring Mashiach, that will rebuild Beis Hashem, the Beis of Mikdash. I hope everyone has a beautiful Tu B'Shvat. Thank you so much for being with me and listening, and I hope to learn with you many, many more times in the future.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Devorah. Would anyone like to ask any question? I mean, you explained everything so magnificently, and I look forward to getting the charts as well.
Yes,
Linda, I'm going to send it out. Devorah, to Naomi. I'm sorry I'm not showing my face, but I just want to tell you, I want to thank you so much, Devorah. And I want to tell you that nobody takes it for granted that people like you come on and take your time and your wisdom and your talents and your neshama and your beauty, and you share it with us. And you teach us to have a karas hatov and to really appreciate doing this. So I can't thank you enough of how beautiful that was. Really, you shared your soul, you shared your heart, your soul, really your talent, your beauty. And I want to tell you, it's so appreciated. You changed our Tu B'Shvat. And I just want you to know that.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. The part with the white wine, I see someone's asking what the white wine represents. I will also send it to Naomi so she can send it out to everyone, because I don't have it right in front of me, but I want to get it right. So I'm going to send it to her. Thank you so much, everyone. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much for the thank yous. It was my pleasure. It's my honor. My hope and my wish is that we all feel good, and that we're all feeling connected, and that we all feel loved in our lives. And whatever way we can help each other, that's everything. So thank you so much.
And you're a beautiful light, Devorah. You're a beautiful light.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna cry. Thank you.
Okay.
Happy to
Thank you so much. Is there any question that anyone would like to ask?
Yes, Devorah, are you able to just repeat the three worlds that you had mentioned?
Yes, sure. The three worlds are Olam HaBriya, which is the highest world, Tov Tov, there's no bad. The middle world is Olam HaYetzia, the world of creation, where God uses that world to create. And there's good and bad, 50-50. And then the last world is our world, the Olam of action, Olam HaAsiya, which is mostly bad, which is mostly difficult, mostly dark.
The Olam HaBriya is called what?
All
The
around
world
of creation, the world of creation.
The first is the world of creation. The second is the world of.
I'm sorry, the world of Bria is creation, Yetzira is, anybody? Yetzira? It's also creation, it's just another form of creation.
Okay,
It's
that's where I was
like,
getting confused. That's why. Right. Okay. So they're both
it's another,
creation.
it's another act of creation. There's the actual Bria, there's the actual creation of the baby, and then there's the Tzirat of Vlad, where the baby is actually formed. That's the world
Formation.
of
Formation.
Formation.
Yeah,
Okay.
formation. Word of
Formation.
formation.
Got it. Great. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Can I add something?
Yes, of course.
Yes, I want to tell you, it's like only through difficulties, through the pain, through the challenges we go through, we can discover our true soul, our true connection to Hashem. In this case, we need to have this blessing, not to scare about difficult times, to feel blessed that we can understand and learn more about ourselves and to become the best we can be. It's the biggest blessing that we can tell each other on the Seder.
Exactly. I love that, Galina. You know what? That's that's idea that I was just thinking about this morning. That people that have lived a longer life than me, that have been on this planet for a longer time, you at a certain age. I'm turning 39 in a week, so I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling so much wiser than I was when I was 29, right? And I feel like the longer you have on this world, all of a sudden the big things that you thought were so big when you were young, all of a sudden it's like, you know, you don't have the strength to fight. You don't have the, it's okay. You just give in more. It's okay. So he said that. So he did that. Where when you're younger, it's like, he said that, he did that. You know, it's like, so the longer you spend here in this world, all of a sudden you realize what's really important, what's not so important. And what you're saying is something so deep, because coming from you, you know, you're older than us and you've been here for a while. Really, the hardships are where the gold nuggets are. And that's what you're saying. And that's the big deal. Thank you
so much.
Thank
And
you.
you're beautiful and you're young. And I tell you, it's with age, I tell Hashem, thank you for when you become older, you get more wisdom. You have more desire to learn. You have two choices: to grow older and feel, I'm old, I'm not there for anyone. Or you can feel blessed. I'm older. I can learn wisdom. I can share this wisdom. I can give other people.
Yes, you have to. That's your duty right now. That's your call right now.
Yes, to
give
help
your
other
life to
people.
other people. Yes.
But this comes from Hashem. It's not me who behaves this way. It's Hashem bless me with the ability to see this light.
You're amazing. You're amazing. You're on the right track. Let me tell you, Galina.
I don't know. Everybody is amazing. Thank you.
Especially the last line. It's all Hashem, 100%.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. And thank you so much once more, Devorah. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we look forward to enhancing what you've said with the notes that you're sending.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much.
One more question.
May I call
Question,
on,
quick.
sorry, someone saying something?
I have one more question. We just want
Yes,
to know
please.
when you come back to speak with us.
That what? What was the question?
When you're coming back to speak again.
You can listen to my classes. I give classes all the time. I'm always on. I have my YouTube channel. I'm always updating it. You can join my, I give like 4 or 5 classes a week online, live. You could just come on and watch it. We're going to give you all the information to that. I'd love to have you there. Join us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, before we go,
Amazing.
is Basia on this afternoon? Basia,
Yep, I'm here.
So would
Yes,
you be
I'm here.
able to read one section for us, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sorry. Problem. Oh, can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay, sorry. All right. So we are on day 47. We're reading from the book Live the Blessing, and we're in the section of family dynamics, me and my spouse. We can forgive mistakes. What we cannot forgive is cruelty, thoughtlessness, dishonesty, callousness, and self-centeredness. No one wants to be married to a person who exhibits these traits. Why then do some couples come to think or even use such words against each other? Demonizing a spouse is a giant step towards severing our emotional attachment to him or her. Once we've characterized the other person as unsavory and unworthy of our effort and devotion, we give ourselves permission to stop loving or even trying to love. Rather than believing that our formerly loving spouse has turned evil, wisdom would dictate that we tell ourselves, well, that doesn't make sense. That's not him or her. There must be something more to this. In a lecture for Tiferes, the Chafetz Chaim Foundation's Women's Division, Rabbi Ben-Zion Schaefer observed that the two most important words in a marriage are, "That's strange." When a person we know and love acts in a way that makes us wonder how we could have married him or her, it's time to dig down deeper and figure out what is really going on. That's strange. I know he wouldn't want to insult me. What's making him irritable? The conversation that will result from that effort not only perseveres the peace, but brings us to a new level of closeness with the person in whom we've invested our lives. Our practicing peace for today: when you find yourself thinking that your spouse is showing his or her ugly true colors, ask yourself if the person you married matches that description. Then communicate your feelings with non-accusatory, caring, and curious spirit. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and a happy Tu B'Shvat.
Thank you, Basia. Always good advice that we can put into our lives. And with that, we close the meeting, ladies. Thank you for being with us. Have a wonderful Tu B'Shvat, of course, going to be enhanced so very much by what we've learned from Devorah today. And please God, we will see you tomorrow on Tu B'Shvat itself, and we'll be having another wonderful speaker. Thank you to Naomi for organizing her today, and thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful Tu B'Shvat.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day, beautiful Tu B'Shvat.
You're all invited to
Love
my
to all
house
of
for
you.
Tu B'Shvat Seder.